Hey everybody, my name is JJamJim, or Triple J, and welcome to the first video in a series of videos I will be doing on my YouTube channel on tutorials for cities skylines. And this first video is just going to be a quick synopsis of how to start a city. Just working in your first plot, vanilla, no mods, all of the achievements locked, just your square and just how to start out. Very, very basic stuff. Now, I know that there are a lot of videos already on this topic, how to do it. That all exists, right? But I keep getting asked on YouTube, over on Twitch, lots of different ways I'm getting asked to make a video about this. So it seems like I don't know if people just crave more content or people just want to see potentially just how I might do it. But just from a very simple standpoint, I'm just going to show you how I do it because I've been asked about it. And a lot of times when I'm streaming and we're playing it on a map and we've built a city out so many times, countless times do I get asked, hey, can you show me the starting tile? Like, where did you start on your map? Because I think that's where people get held up the most, and that's where people start to start over and say, oh, this sucks, I'm going to redo it over again. So I'm just going to show you how I start, and I'm going to do it from a very basic approach. And by no means am I an expert on this game. I have played many, many, many hours of this game, and I've started many cities. But, you know, I build in a way that brings me joy. I don't necessarily build in the best way. I don't necessarily build in the most efficient way. I build in a way that gives me joy, but that's what I love about City Skylines. You can take maybe bits and pieces of what I do, or if you even pull one little thing out of this video, I'll be happy. Because realistically, you build it how it makes you happy, right? And so let's get started here. I'm using a map. I'm playing on a map that is called the Twin... Is it called Twin Fjords? Yes, it's called Twin Fjords. It is a map that comes with the newest DLC for City Skylines, the Industries DLC. And I wanted to play on this map because it provides a little bit of a challenge in that, because oftentimes, if you're familiar, you'll start out with your interchange like right outside the map and then just a little bit of the highway. This map, the highway connection is way down there, as you can see it, way down there. So, which is interesting. So it gives us quite a long approach, but we're sort of at this crossroads here. We have sort of basically four different planes of height, and this last one is quite a doozy. We have the river up here, we have the river down here, just a little bit of water access. So it's a very, very interesting start, and I kind of wanted to do that because this won't be just a regular basic flat start. This will we're going to have to sort of play with the landscape a little bit because we won't have terraforming right away. And so we'll have to play with the landscape a little bit on how we want to do it. But I want to just show a basic city start, and we're going to tackle other topics in videos like this, like terraforming, traffic, how to use the budget panel, and all different things like that. But just very specific, focused videos. They all won't be super long, but just little things that may or may not help you out. But I've been asked about it so much that I figured, why not? Let's dive in and make our own. So hopefully it helps. All right, so let's get started. First thing we're going to want to do is just lay a little bit of road to unlock our 2-lane, one-way road. Now the plan is to pull the highway so we can do our crossover, like our bridge for our interchange, just so we can go up this nice slope here. And I think this is going to be residential. There is some industrial over here, so we're going to be putting some industrial buildings on this end because I believe this is ore. So we're going to be working with that. So that's our plan. So let's go forward here. Now we got to watch our money. This is very far to build out, and as you can see, it's costing us $4,600 to just build out to here. So I'm going to spend 5 and 5. I'm going to make sure we flip this. This around. Okay. Then we grab our avenue. Now, I like to go up by 12. I like to go up by 12 instead of 9. You can cross over with 9, but 12 feels like it gives, just for highway interchanges where you just have that connection, it just feels like it just gives them a little bit more room. A little bit more room to work with. So, let's do that. I'm going to go up by 10. The bridge for 10 units on either side. There we go. We're going to go down to flat. We'll go up by 12 units. That's as long as you can go out to get that nice, smooth slope. Then I think what we're going to do, instead, I was going to go out and then over, but instead what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to have a nice curve going off of it. But before I do that, we need our connection point. What I like to do is create a dumbbell interchange. So I grab my one-way road, I go up by 5 units, that's 5 when you hit the line. Make a 5x5 roundabout. On either side to have your connection points come off of. Now the nice thing about this is it just gives you, it's not a perfect interchange, but what it does give you is just a lot of room to work with. Give yourself some breathing room from your highway points and your highway access to where your people live. You don't always need to do that. You certainly can build closer, but when you're starting out, you have to keep in mind that this is where a big part of your population center is going to be, and probably a big part of your city is going to expand off of here, because you can only extend out one tile at a time. Now, if you're playing modded and everything is unlocked, it's a whole different story. But if you're playing vanilla and you have 9 tiles, you're going to be working within this one tile for a little while before you get your second one, and you're probably not going to have a ton of money to just build a massive area out here yet. So a large portion of your population center is going to be here, so this interchange is going to have to bring through lots and lots of traffic, probably before you can do it. So what you don't want to do is build super close to it, because you're probably going to end up changing this in the future. You're probably going to have to, either add more on-ramps or completely change it altogether, because it's just not doing enough, it's not just hauling enough traffic through it. And that's okay. But you just have to be aware of that. So I think just give yourself enough breathing room, because you do have 9 tiles. You're going to be able to build lots of stuff. And if you're modded, you can hit 25 or 81 tiles. You're going to have plenty of room. So just make sure you give yourself enough room. So let's make ourselves the on-ramps. I want to give our citizens just a really nice, I like to give myself a very long approach to the interchanges. Just give them a lot of room to work with, and I like to curve it like this so they don't have to do such a hard right turn to get into the roundabout. They can continue and keep their speed up as they enter the roundabout, which is key. It has more effect than you might think. So I'm gonna try to work with the slope of this little hillside here, and we'll go same thing into here, because this is going to be our out. Great. Okay, so people enter in here. They can either come off, turn around, go up and over, or get back onto the highway right here. Now, we could connect these up here, and we will eventually when this highway goes through, and perhaps it connects up to over here or whatnot, but for now, we don't really need that because of the interchange that we're creating. They can get on, turn around, and go this way. I could make another turnaround here as well, and I suppose I don't really see a reason why they're going to continue straight and need to turn around without having to get on. So I'm just going to leave this like this, and we'll save some money there as well. So cool. So that's going to be our general interchange. So just make sure you remember that. I'm not going to spend the money on it right now because it's not entirely necessary, but you can build off of these, and maybe we will if we have a little bit of money left, just to see what that might look like. But I'm going to grab my avenue. Our avenue is going to continue off of here, and what we're going to do is make a curve. I'm going to just introducing curves is really, really awesome because it just gives you a little bit different of a flavor and can help you work outside of that that boxy type of field if you're not into that. Because I get a lot of those complaints too. Everything in my city feels like a grid, and how do I not make it grid-like? Add a curve, add a slanted line that just shoots through a neighborhood. Mix it up. Mix it up. So let's add a curve right here. I'm going to do it 15 units by 15 units. And then I'm just going to continue this straight to about there. I don't want to spend all of our money yet. And we'll do the same thing here. 15 units by 15 units. Straight out to about there. Great. 37,000 in the bank yet. Okay. So, let's grab... Now, another thing you want to do. I see this a lot. When you have your interchange, make sure that your first intersection from your exit point, your exit and entrance to your city, is definitely far away for traffic. You can build it closer later if you'd like, but the problem is if you build it here. I see people building things like this right here. The problem is people coming in and out. You're gonna have so much traffic coming through here, especially when they're moving in, and you're not gonna have another exit point for probably a while. You might not have another interchange for a while. So this is gonna be their main thoroughfare, right? You're gonna have more traffic than you think coming through here. So if you build it in your intersection here, you're going to have people coming in and off from both sides of the highway potentially, and they're going to have to stop at this light, and then they're going to back up into the roundabout, and then they're going to back up onto the on-ramps, or the off-ramps are going to back up into here, and it's just going to be a huge mess. So, again, breathing room. Give yourself some space before you have your first connection. I think that will be appropriate. Now, it doesn't mean you don't need to build anything over here. You can certainly bring out a road down here or down here and have it all connect, but force your Sims to make their first intersection just a little bit further down. It will save you a headache in the future. I'm just gonna do a little of that, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have this come off, that, and that. Okay, and that will be where our industry will start, and this will be where our Sims will start. I might even do another row there. Okay, now, let's get down our power, make sure that we are going to have enough of it. So we'll put down, let's pop down, get that 8 megawatts right there. Let's get our water pumping station going. Now, the only water we have access to is this river that's coming down from the mountain. So I'm going to put my water intake upriver and outflow downriver. I cannot stress that enough. Always have your poop flowing downriver. Always. And make sure that your water intake is upriver. Okay. We're going to make some water pipes. There, and here's a little trick. If you go out by 440 cost, that gives you just a perfect amount of overlap. Just a little bit of overlap so you get it for the lowest cost. It's very, very handy. Okay, so we got 7 grand left. That's good because we're going to need it for a little bit of our power situation here. Connect that. Connect that. And then we need to go across the highway and connect up to... I'm just going to go out. Can I go to there and... Okay, I just don't want to mess with the zoning squares there. Perfect. We have a little bit of cash left. So I think I'm just going to add some more roads instead. Do a little cross there. And just give ourselves a little bit more space. There we go. Awesome. $30 left. Wow. Okay. That cut it a lot closer than I thought. But now we have all of our power. Our water is connected to power. We have our lines connected over here. Everything is going to have power. We have our connections to our highway. We are ready to zone. So let's, well, I'm not going to do that. I'm actually going to do this part first. And just a little bit here. And I'm going to put it, let's run the simulation. I'm going to put it on 3 speed. So we can get a house right in there. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Now we're connected to power. That is good. Get some people moving in here very quickly. I'm going to go run this along here. I'm going to go just a bunch of residential. And as that demand goes down, you'll see commercial and industrial going up, which means I'm going to zone along here for some commercial. Actually, I'm going to zone on this side first, so we can just get the power jumping over there. There we go. And our industrial is climbing, so we'll get some of that down. Again, put it here where the power is first. Make sure it connects. Perfect. Doing some more. Now remember, you don't have to make everything perfect in the beginning. Just get your budget going, right? You might change all of this. Don't be afraid to do that. Don't be afraid to destroy and get everything done later. But if you make it too fancy in the beginning, you're going to set yourself up for failure, because you're going to try to make everything perfect. But what you want to do is just get your budget in the green, because the quicker you get in the green, the more money you can make, the faster you're going to be able to change anything that you want to do, right? You know, maybe you don't want your industrial here, but it just makes the most sense. Put it somewhere else, but you can do that in the future when you have more money. Okay, still getting some more people. So let's get more of them cooking, pumping in there. Very good, very good. Now we're going to run out of power soon. Our demand, that 8 production is not going to be enough for very long. And I don't think we're going to hit our first, hopefully we hit our first milestone before we need to put in more power, but I doubt it. I think we're going to run out of power before we hit that milestone. That's where it gets a little touch and go, because your first milestone is at 440. We're 384. We'll get there very quickly. Nope, but see, yeah, now they're starting to complain about power. But don't worry. Don't worry about it. Everything will be all right, because we're going to hit that population milestone. We're starting to make money now. We're in the green. This is very good. There we go. We've hit our first milestone, which gives us a 20... I'm sorry. Is it a... yeah, it's a 20 grand boost. It's a $20,000 boost, but we were at -4, so we'll be at like 15 something. You unlock taxes and loans, and then, of course, garbage, healthcare, and education. Before you worry about that stuff, though, right after your first thing, quick, go into your budget panel, go to your taxes, and make them 12. Now, if you want to be less mean to your citizens, you can make it 11, but by making it 12, that is the highest you can make it without them complaining about high taxes. If you make it 13, they will start complaining. 11 might give them a little bit more happiness, but right away when you're starting out and you want to maximize your profits, definitely make your budget at 12% taxes, because then you're going to start to see your bank balance going up even more. As people move in, more taxpayers, you're going to start to make that cash a lot better. Now we're in the green. We have some money. We can add down another power source, just like that. Give us a little bit more runway, although you're going to need more power very, very soon again. We're running out of a little bit of water. No problem, though. Go out a little further. You expand some roads. Of course, you're going to need to put down clinics and things like that, but even just putting down some of that stuff right away is going to get you going. But now your budget is healthy. We're starting to make some more money, so you're going to be able to put down those buildings a lot quicker now than you were before. So yeah, everybody, I mean, that's pretty much it. You know, that's how to really get from your first city build, from first starting out to the first milestone. And yeah, I mean, that's generally how you do it. That's how I would do it. That's just me. But again, I'm not an expert on this, but I hope something you took from this helped out at least a little bit. And let me know in the comment section what you think. And this will be one of several tutorial videos to come. So stay tuned with that. If you are interested in something specific, let me know in the comments what you would like to see a tutorial video about very specific. But again, I have some ideas, but I'd love to hear from you. Guys, thank you all so much for watching. I do muchly appreciate it, and I will see you in the next tutorial video here on YouTube. Thank you all again, and we'll see you next time.